this was fun. So Barry Jackson, sports buzzing.
All right, sports buzzing.
Now, last year we had unnamed charlatans who were cowards who wouldn't put their name to ripping Tua Tagovailoa. You know, they were saying, "Oh, Tua, not that great. Should go Ryan Fitzpatrick. Love Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know, if it's magic, he's got a beard. I love that guy. He's a broski." It was something to that effect. I don't remember the exact quotes, but it was something to that effect.
Okay,
well, now, Barry Jackson has an unnamed Dolphin with courage who says the teammates on the Dolphins are really impressed with Tua Tagovailoa's offseason improvement.
Well, how about this? Can I just say this?
What?
Maybe that's because he had an off season.
It's an interesting theory.
Can we say that this guy was courageous when he's not giving him his name? Just, we're calling the people who were bashing Tua who are unnamed. We're calling them cowards.
Yeah, they're
cowards. But when this guy's praising Tua, the same thing on not giving his name, we're calling it courageous.
Takes a coward to say something mean unnamed, Robbie. It's kind of like a donation. Do you want to be the guy who's giving a donation with your name all over the building, or do you want to give an anonymous donation? You know, doesn't matter as long as
it's like the Curb episode. You're trying to be Ted Danson.
As long as the wealth gets there, that's all that matters. You know, so as long as the compliment gets out there for Tua, I don't need my name, Mike Gesicki, to be on this quote. Okay, just let it be known that I'm impressed with Tua, you know, so we can even it out. A coward rips behind an anonymous source. A true man with courage praises behind an anonymous source.
I think
that's how it rolls.
Someone's doing the Ted Dancer. They're giving an anonymous donation, but then telling people.
Donating compliments. Be like, all right, just remember, Barry, it's Gesicki, okay? You just make sure you spell that right. And I always wonder how that works. Like, who does Barry have to sidle up to where he's just like, I wonder who I should go get this compliment from? Do you think he goes Rolex? And like, do you think he starts off high and his like goes like Gesicki, Devontae, and then has to somewhere end with like Alan Hearns?
Albert Wilson.
Like, how does that go? I wonder where it goes. Like, does he have to go like Austin Jackson and then like Robert Hunt, and then all of a sudden it's just like Dieter?
I would say like you have a relationship with, you know, reporters until, in which case, you know, they do that thing, right?
How about
you always have that one situation, and I've never had it, where you say something and you think you're cool with that person and they print it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you say something off the record and then it goes on the record?
You didn't know that.
You just like, here's what happens. They come up to you and you'll be like in just it's not in a formal environment, and they'll just start kicking some stuff around and ask you a couple questions. And then you'll answer them thinking you're just shooting a breeze or whatever. And then, you know, next thing you know,
it's in the paper.
Right. And so like, and the thing is that everybody has that relationship with somebody. You know what I mean? But at any point in time, they could renege on that. It happens all the time. I've seen people get into it over it.
Julian Ramos says on Twitch, Tua is going to be a bust. I don't know why he gets so much praise. Big whoop. He's got bigger arms. Doesn't mean he's a good QB. I don't know, dude. Did you hear that his trainer yesterday? Couldn't even do a couple of 40s to start off. Now he's pumping out 85s with a 15 rep. My dude is Jack Diesel at this point.
I would say health is more important than all that strength you say he needs.
I don't know, man. That he looks like he, you know, it's just listen, you may be right. I just like the fact that you know, he has transformed a little bit. You know, he's not going out there. He doesn't have bolts coming out of his neck. He doesn't look like Frankenstein. But you know, just put on a little muscle. You know, take those hits a little bit better. Maybe stiff arm a couple fools.
Look, one of the things that I was glad that Nick said was that just because you're cleared to play doesn't mean you're healthy. I think that's the biggest misconception that fans have, and that the media has about injuries, is that you can be deemed not to put yourself in harm's way, which is cleared for activity, but it doesn't mean that you're set to perform at the level that you were, where you can go out and be who you were. You have to make some adjustments. You have to kind of, do things a little bit different just to get through it. And I think that's one of the things that people is so quick to say. He was cleared. He was said to be 100%. No, that's not what that means. That doesn't mean if you ran a 4.4 and you're cleared, you're going to be able to go back out and run a 4.4.
Hollywood Hector says he needed more upper body strength, bro. Science. No, we were told yesterday he needed lower body strength. That was science. We got hit with we got a science dropped on our ass yesterday by Nick Hicks. He goes, "It's science, bro. More testosterone from the leg day."
Yep. Also, if you look at kickers and quarterbacks, they use their core more than most, right? And so legs and core work hand in hand. And then he'll one of the things that you'll say the first time you see him play is, "Ooh, looks like he throws the ball with more zip." It's not necessarily has more arm strength, but he has more core strength.
You think he'll have more wiggle?
Huh?
You think he'll have more wiggle?
You just like using the football terms.
Yeah, I do. Did you guys see, by the way, did you see Michael Lombardi? Did you see this claim, Leroy? Now, it was said yesterday, reported by Jeff Darlington. This has been the mystery of the week. Who was Tom Brady speaking about in this infamous clip from The Shop, where he called a team that didn't want him anymore, and he says, "You're going to stick with that mother bleeper"? And I feel like it's been nearly half the league. I mean, it's been like San Francisco, Tennessee. We've heard Darlington saying, for a matter of fact, he says it's the New Orleans Saints. Lombardi, your boy, he drafted you. Is that what
he drafted me? Yeah.
Michael Lombardi drafted you. He's, I believe, an Odyssey NFL insider. He's saying that it was. What's that, Robbie?
I said we should get him on the show.
Get him on the show, Lombardi. Yeah, hi, Lombardi. He said on his GM Shuffle podcast that it was the Miami Dolphins. He says that he thinks the team is Miami, that Brady wanted to stay out east. They had Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he would say, "You're sticking with that mother bleeper, a.k.a. Fitzpatrick. If you know Brady, he wanted to be in the east. He wanted to get back in New England, and what better way to get back in New England than go to Miami?
Or win a Super Bowl."
Well, I don't think at the time they were sticking with Fitzpatrick. Like they had just signed him.
Or win a Super Bowl.
He says, you got Flores down there. They had plenty of cap space. Remember, they signed all those guys last year, a ton of cap room. If you're sticking with that mother bleeper like you're sticking with Ryan, you don't want me. Like, Flo, you know me. You know me. That's what Lombardi says.
Well, and they were going to draft a quarterback. That's the thing at the time. They hadn't drafted Tua yet.
He also goes, everybody thinks it's the 49ers, Jimmy G, but I don't think that. Having them coming off a Super Bowl appearance, Brady would refer to Jimmy G as a mother bleeper. Like, you have to be bad for Brady to say that. I think it was Miami.
I think I'm going to go with the guy who I first read. I think it was
Saints.
Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas.
You think it was Vegas?
It could have been Vegas. I could see the Saints.
I think Darlington's explanation seems to make a lot of sense, though, because one, he did end up going to that division, and if they did truly think that Drew Brees was going to retire, like, that would be the perfect guy for Sean Payton to pick.
Maybe they were going to do it, and then Drew Brees said he wasn't going to retire, and they reneged.
Well, that's what Darlington said. He's like, they're going to, and like, I feel like he's like, oh, that rascal Drew Brees, you mother bleeper. I feel like that's the way it's going to go. Is this going to be the highlight?
Yeah, I think he has number respect for Drew Brees. So,
is this going to be the highest rated shop ever, and it doesn't even have LeBron on it because everybody just wants to know if Brady's going to reveal in this episode who it is?
They certainly did a lot of.
The story has lasted a week. I mean, it's end of June sports radio, and everybody wants to know, was it our team?
Somebody knows.
The only thing with the Dolphins that seems to make sense though would be the Stephen Ross thing, right? Like, that's the connection where
Yep.
He's like, oh, Tom Brady, star, Michigan. Oh.
Yep.
I could see Stephen Ross blowing everything up for him.
You think all their intention was on getting a quarterback in the draft that they never really.
I mean, that's the way they ended up diverting. But like, it could have been. They could have gone the other way on it. Like they could have gone with Tom Brady.
And it was the one thing with Lombardi, though, I think, which I question a little bit, is because remember that draft smoke screen right before that draft where everyone thought the Dolphins were going to go up and get a tackle instead of taking Tua.
Was he part of that?
He fueled the smoke screen too. He's like, I'm told this is not smoke screen. I'm told this is real.
Wow. So Lombardi is nothing but he's out there by the charcoal grill. Like he just
yeah,
he just knows how to.
He just throws more wood on the fire. Yes.
I would like to make a movie and just name it Sources. And I would like to have all these reporters running around and like showing how they get their sources without revealing who the people are, and then see how they report these stories.
Would you have I do wonder though, like this is a guy like, see the thing with Brady is I do think that in a way he went to the perfect team because it's so away from his team. Like it's so
NFC opposite South of what team. The structure that he's been through.
Yeah, it was like
the team he went to seems like so much more player friendly.
Star-studded team. Like I do wonder the idea of like a Dolphins fan having to root for Tom Brady. I find that very weird.
Yeah, like the Bucs weren't in the same division.
I do. Dude. The only thing that makes it awesome.
Here's what you need to get over.
What?
Okay. Here's what you need to get over. If there's a player out there that's going to help the team that you're a fan of win the championship, that's all that matters.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
There's no thing.
There's the thing. Can I tell you the thing?
Sure.
Okay. One, he's Tom Brady. Hate his ass. All right.
So
he's
what? You hate him because he beat you all the time.
Yeah, not all the time. But for New England. And here's the other thing. You don't think all those New England fans would be hopping on the bandwagon just like they did with Tampa? Be like, it's our ring too. Oh. Tom Brady. We're the New England Bradys. Oh, like,
how about this? Oh no, that guy.
Or do you think they would be heartbroken because it would be a division rival?
Heartbroken.
No, I don't think they would be.
But here's the thing. I give you a perfect example. When LeBron left Cleveland and came to Miami, what happened in Cleveland? They burned his jerseys. He's a bum. We hate you, or whatever.
Yeah, but he hadn't won 6 rings.
Yeah, it's
he hadn't won any rings in Cleveland.
When he came back, what did they do?
They kissed his ass.
I'm coming home.
Right. So that's the reality of Petty. That's the reality of Petty.
But
you take the situation and say that you would, ride this Petty out.
Not the same though. Not all petty is created equal. Because see, Tom Brady coming to the Dolphins.
Say that again.
Not all petty is created equal.
Just when I thought I could not hate you anymore, right? What do we?
Well, I'll explain why. See, the Heat, they made LeBron James. Like LeBron coming to the Heat, he came here. He was like, "Please teach me how to win. I have no rings." Delonte West, Anderson Varejao. He did take Big Z here. He didn't have anything when he came to the Miami Heat. Miami Heat championship organization. If Brady were to come here, we're like the leeches. We're like, teach us our ways, Brady. I know you've kicked our ass all these years, but please win us a ring. Like it's not the same. It's not the same as, when you're the king and you decide you get to be part of my kingdom. It's not the same as taking a pauper and rising him to the top. See what I'm saying?
No,
that's deep.
No.
What do you mean? I thought that was well explained.
That was very well explained.
Robbie, stop egging him on. Very deep. Very deep. First of all, silly sauce and petty never goes that deep. It's surface. It does not go beneath the skin. No, that's dude, all surface feelings.
It's like LaCosta says on Twitch. Petty is not the same as petty. It's not the same. There's levels to this. I would say like having to grovel at the throne of Tom Brady as a Dolphin fan, I feel is a little meek. It's weak sauce. Please bail us. It wouldn't be as sweet as if Tua takes him to the promised land. Not as sweet.
How
Now,
about
if you're
this?
a Bucks fan, it doesn't matter because you're a Bucks fan. Like, what have you had? Yeah, Warren Sapp. How long ago was that?
Lou Alcindor?
No, not those Bucks.
Oh, Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Did win the Super Bowl before that, though.
They did, but it was years ago.
With the Tampa 2.
Not like.
Oh yeah, it's not like the
Oh,
Dolphins.
really?
Not like the Dolphins
Like, wait a minute. Like, really?
with the grease
you
man.
You can't look at that and say
no.
it was so long ago.
No, I know, but I'm just being. I mean, from the standpoint of like it's long ago. Like you don't have any kids.
You haven't won.
They won.
The Dolphins haven't won the Super Bowl since '72,
73.
right?
Yeah.
And what you're basically saying to me is, you would rather go however long it takes instead of bringing a guy that can help you win one this year.
Not just a guy though. The guy who's been kicking our ass.
It doesn't matter who the guy is.
It does. Though.
What matters is winning the Super Bowl.
If it was Drew Brees, it'd be different. Like
why can't you get that? It doesn't matter who it is.
Peyton Manning.
So let me get this straight. If I can guarantee you the same conclusion that Tampa had last year.
Yep.
If it was Brady, you don't want him.
It would feel so empty.
No,
Yeah.
That's not the question. If it's Brady that comes to the Dolphins,
it'd be like losing your virginity to a hooker. Like it'd be like you paid for this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on. Why we started talking to ladies of the night?
Because it would
We
just
were talking about what are you doing?
just like really that's what we want to do. We want to go, please, Tom, save us. All those New England fans who'd be like, we're like cousins now.
Dude,
look at us.
I don't care if you're hoisting the Lombardi trophy. Do you care who's playing quarterback?
It's more like the
Or
Lombardi
are you
trophy,
saying I would rather not hoist the Lombardi trophy if it means that Tom Brady is my quarterback?
Yeah, I think that's how I see
You
it.
are a liar.
No, I'm not.
You are a liar.
I'm not a liar.
You're a liar.
Nope.
You're a liar.
Like, for example, I don't know.
And
Like,
you know what you sound like? You sound like trust the process guy.
no, that's not true.
Well, because look, the only other way you're gonna win it is going to take you a couple of years.
It would be like trust the process, and then hey, LeBron comes here for a year because his son is here,
And you win the championship.
He wins the championship. It'd be like, oh,
Yep.
this is empty. This is empty.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Still a championship. Still a champion. You think 10 years from now, if Tampa wins 2 championships with Tom Brady, and they basically bought all the stars, right, and brought them into Tampa, you think they're going to give that explanation? Or they're going to say, remember when we won back-to-back?
The Larry O'Brien Trophy. Congratulations, you won it.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That beats what you're doing. You rather be a petty loser than
Not
win.
a petty loser. Just
That's
not
what
with
it
that
is.
guy. Not with that guy. Basically, pick anybody else, but it can't be him.
Everybody else can't do what he could do. That's the whole point. Then why couldn't Tampa win with James Winston?
I don't mean it like that. Look, I'm not saying that he wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying if it's a guy who's always kicked your ass, it's a little bit empty.
I cannot.
You know what it'd be like? Here's what it'd be like.
I cannot say this clear enough. You and Robbie right now are lying.
No.
You're lying to make your point.
Nope.
I'm embarrassed because you're still lying and you won't admit it.
It's like
I won a championship more than I care who's playing on this team.
It feels like indecent proposal. Like you're getting $1 million
No,
at what cost?
You know
it
what
does.
it feels like? It feels like championship.
Noble One says, Tobin, where do you stand on the Marlins' first championship? Not the same. Was Tom Glavine in the rotation? No.
Maddox.
And by the way, of course he wasn't, because they never won any championships. Burn. A texter writes in in relation to our Brady Dolphins commentary. This is what they write. So, Leroy, you're saying if you were a kid and Matt Ryan was dominating the NFL and winning Super Bowls, as a Saints fan, you would not care if he came to New Orleans late in his career? Get the hell out of here.
If it meant I was going to win a Super Bowl, keep in mind, when I was a kid, the Saints never even had a winning record. Never had a winning record till I got to college. So I'm asking you, as a fan of a team who never had a winning record, you think I could be picky about stars that come to the team?
Yeah,
Get the hell out of here.
I don't want to be like Tiny Tim at the orphanage and Tom Brady's giving me some porridge. Like, it's a meal, but like it's a pity meal.
Okay. There you go.
What? I don't know. Like, it's tough to make. Like, some people are saying, "Well, what about like, you would want Paul Pierce?" And they that's a bad comparison. You know what it'd be like? It'd be like, would you want Michael Jordan on the Heat at the end of his career?
Dolphin Kane. Look it up.
Oh,
does that say booty ice?
I don't know, but it's
put your booty on ice.
He said booty ice. What
like,
the hell?
You know, like I hate Michael Jordan's number being in the rafters at the now FTX Arena, right? You know, if Michael Jordan had his run with the Bulls and it came to an end. Hold on, hear me out. So the Heat hadn't won a championship yet, and Michael Jordan says, "Well, I love the golf in South Florida. I'm gonna go play basketball for the Miami Heat." I wouldn't want it. Empty stats, Leroy. Oh, thanks a lot, Michael Jordan. You're gonna gift us a 7th ring? No, thanks. I'm out.
Okay. You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Because you're the first person that's critical if your team don't win.
Now, obviously, Riley would do it because he put his damn jersey up in the rafters. So Riley would be all about it. You know, maybe Riley could finagle me with, one of his speeches. You know, he's good at that. You know, you think about
Jordan would have came.
Michael Jordan
came to
Michael Jordan, Alonzo.
All in.
Michael Jordan, Alonzo.
Wait, look, let's be clear. There's players that I despised growing up because he played for the other team, and the other team used to beat the Saints. Hell, I hated half the league because everybody used to beat the Saints. Okay? But if it meant that my Saints could start winning, come on, man. Like, let's not act like you would rather lose than have that player play for your team. Stop. You all lying.
Nope.
You are all lying.
I'm not lying.
If I told you that you can win a championship this year or last year, but Tom Brady had to be your quarterback, even after you drafted Tua.
Maybe I could do it now.
No, thank you.
Maybe I could do it now because now
you would go on. You would say in public, "I know I can win a championship, but I don't want him as the quarterback." You would say that.
It's a little different now because now he's got new car smell on him. So now he's Buccaneers champion Tom Brady. But like, if you can't be the first, you can't be the first. You know,
he might only get one. That might be
maybe he does.
Chance.
Well, the damage is done,
dude. Hold on. I hate when people lie to your face. I hate when people lie to your face. So you're telling me, like, I can't understand. And DA said, I'm thinking like a player. No, I'm not. I think I'm thinking like a fan. Because if the end result, if the end game is to winning a championship, now you're telling me there's caveats to winning the championship? You're a bum-ass fan.
No, that's not true.
You're a bum-ass fan.
No, I'm not a bum-ass fan.
All you want to do is celebrate the championship.
No.
Let me ask you a question. You think the Houston fans saying, you know what? I don't want that championship. We got it illegally.
Oh, the Astros?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't know that until after the fact.
No, there's not.
Probably some.
No, there's not.
There's some.
There's not.
George Springer's still getting booed on the Blue Jays.
By thinking there's some other idiot out there thinking the same thing.
George Springer's still getting he's still getting booed on the Blue Jays.
Let me ask you a question. Do the Does anybody in New England care about all the controversy that was going on up there?
Yeah, but they're the worst. You can't talk about the
They were out
soulless
to get
Hey,
us.
It's a conspiracy.
Did anybody in New Orleans care about Bounty Gate?
I mean, I'm sure they did when somebody got suspended.
Did they
No,
win the
but I'm
Super-
saying,
I don't think they did. The Greg
if
Williams
they
win the
said
Super
that
Bowl?
was the reason why you won that championship, you think any of the Saints fans would care?
Yeah, but you're talking about different things. You're talking about defenses and cover-ups. I'm not asking somebody to swoop in and save the day for me.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If Jason Taylor had gone to the Jets
He did.
and they won the Super Bowl, or
He did
Washington,
go to the Jets.
and
Yep.
they had won the Super Bowl,
Hmm.
you think Washington would care if they hated Jason Taylor?
Washington didn't hate Jason
Yeah,
Taylor.
the Jets did. The
I'm
Jets
just saying.
The Jets are the better example.
Or the Jets?
Yeah, it's not the quarterback though. It's different. He's not the
Oh.
star. You know, he's a good player at that point of his career.
Dude, all those New England players that got signed by the Dolphins, nobody gave a rat's ass.
I know some Bulls fans that hated when Dwayne Wade went to Chicago, and they still hated him even when he was on the team. And so that's probably the example. Like, oh, they wouldn't want to win a title with Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, but he wasn't any good there. There's different. They could hate it. If he was there and was like an MVP and they won a championship, they get over it because they celebrate that championship. I've never heard of any city or any fan say, you know what? We won the championship, but I'm not going to celebrate it because I don't like that guy who signed from the other team. Really? You sound like dopes.
No, you do, dude. You just don't get it.
No,
It's all
I
right.
don't.
You don't get it.
No, I
You get
don't.
it. One day you will.
No,
I don't
I
know
don't.
when, but
One
you'll
day
get
I'll
it.
get
One
it.
day. Yeah, one day you'll get
It'll
it.
hit you.
Oh, okay.
Imagine if Urban Meyer had to come be the coach for Michigan.
Ooh.
And they won the national championship.
Ooh.
Great coach. That's
You're a
what I was saying.
liar. You are a
Oh,
liar.
yeah.
You are a liar.
Would I say I don't want him after they win the championship?
Do you want them to hire Urban Meyer?
Are we going to win the championship?
I didn't say that. I'm
No,
asking
no.
you.
That
No,
was
no,
the
no, no,
caveat.
no, no.
Are we going to win the championship?
Do you want Urban Meyer to coach
Are we
Michigan?
going to win the championship?
Answer my question
No,
first, and then I'll put the caveat.
I specifically said,
Yes.
would you sign Tom Brady if it meant you win the
Yes,
championship?
you win the championship.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, you're empty.
Yes.
Empty.
No, I'm not. I'm a
Wow.
bigger fan of my school, and I want my school to win championship.
Terrell Pryor, offensive coordinator.
Liar.
Are we going to win the championship?
I'm gonna call you right now. You're a liar.
Wait, Bo coached at Ohio State?
Text.
Bo coached at Ohio State?
Text the AD right now. I want the answer. Is that tampering?